Hey there, it's Kristine Shoemaker with Shoebox PR. I wanted to check in with everybody and see how you're doing, dealing with the holidays, dealing with, sheltering in place again, or going on lockdown, or quarantining, or whatever we want to call it. At the beginning of the pandemic, I was doing almost a daily check-in, and then I think I got distracted and I got overwhelmed and, so much going on. So I thought now is the perfect time to kind of bring that back. We have some ideas of kind of how to get the community involved. I wanted to talk about a couple of those. First of all, we are doing call and response. We started this in March and it continues. We're going on round 10. You can go to shoeboxpr.com and under blog and see our call for artists for round 10 is there. So all the instructions are there. All you have to do is sign up. It's totally free. I pair you with another artist who randomly, I pair you with another artist, and for about 2 weeks you create art back and forth. 24 hours each. So it's really cool. All the instructions are there, shoeboxpr.com. I also started a free peer mentorship program for artists. This has been really cool and successful so far. We've only been on 3 weeks of it maybe. But again, all you have to do is sign up. It's free. It's under shoeboxpr.com. There's a page, Peer Mentorship Program. And all you have to do is sign up and I will pair you with another artist. I try to pair artists according to either medium or, I try to pair you based on experience, so it kind of just depends on what information you give me as far as like Instagram, social media accounts, website and things like that. So, I follow my intuition as best as I can if I know you or if I don't know you. But so far it's been really great. So I hope you will check that out and sign up. I want to start doing, it may be like a weekly check-in, just like this. And what I'll do is I'll post both on my account and Shoebox. I'll ask you to send me questions or post questions in the comments, and I will answer them. Anything about art, the business of art. If you're looking for something, if you have a question about something, if you want to know how stories work on Instagram, or if you want to know how do I get into a gallery, or, I won't answer those fully, but I will help as best as I can, and offer advice for getting there. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure and follow our page, at Shoebox PR. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. I wanted to read or to go over kind of just to give you some information here. I have what I call my manifesto. And this is like how I live my life as an artist, as an art professional. These are some tips and some strategies. Be brave. So, in everything, try and, be brave in creating your art, be brave in, going into galleries, be brave in contacting curators, be brave in everything you can. Show up, that is one of the most important things. Once, and of course, I used to say this before the pandemic, once you walk outside your door, things happen. So, but that is true for the computer too. Once you log into like a Zoom artist talk, and you get to know the artists, the curators, the gallerists that are talking, you get to see other artists on the Zoom call. You never know what's going to happen. People may see you and say, oh yeah, she does this type of art. Thank you, Maria. So you never know what's going to happen. So show up as much as you can to the best of your ability, now and in the future. Follow up. If you get an email about something, if you're in a show, be sure to follow up as soon as possible. And this goes along with a couple of other things coming up as far as be easy to work with and things like that. But following up, if you meet somebody somewhere or I mean, check in with them. You never know. Again, it is about relationships in the art community, so keep that in mind. Be authentic. That's one of the most important things. Be yourself, be authentic. People will know. They'll see right through you if you're trying to be fake, if you're acting, if you're, I know, my community is very authentic. So, but it's just, tell your friends, just in case, but be authentic. Make bad art. I love this suggestion. It was by Kyle Johnson, who we did an artist talk for a class at Cal State Long Beach a couple years ago. And I love that because oftentimes we are so bent on perfectionism that we forget it's okay to make bad art. And then, it helps us move in a different direction. It helps us see that, okay, we're not perfect because we aren't. There's so many reasons to make bad art. So, and plus it helps you being prolific. Not every piece has to be in the show. Not every piece has to be part of a body of work. It's okay just to make art, period, which you need to do anyway. Get involved. This is like volunteering. This is, helping out in a gallery, helping out with a curator, whatever that means, keep that on your mind. You never know what's going to come up. You can join the board of, I don't know, an art association or an art organization, and there's so many out there. So any chance you have to volunteer, to get involved, do it, because that's how you form those relationships that are going to help you in the future. Read and research. I can't stress this enough. Reading the art magazines that are out there. Art and Cake, of course. It's artandcakela.com. It's an online art magazine that I run. Artillery Magazine, which is a print magazine, which has been around for 11 or 12 years now. They review shows, do profiles, it's an amazing publication for art. The LA Times art reviews, the New York Times art reviews. Read Hyperallergic, based in New York. Research your favorite artists or artists that, are doing things now. See where they show. See, where they went to school, and look at the artists that they went to school with and see where they show. These are places that, especially if it's an artist that you are, that you're watching, that you want to be like, or that you love where their career is going, look at their trajectory and see where they went, and that will kind of help you find your path, find your way. Remember, ideas are free. It's talk to your peers, talk to your mentors, talk to your curators and gallerists, and go to art critiques, go to portfolio reviews, or ideas. It's journal and sketch and do whatever you need to do to remember your ideas as they come to you. As artists, I think I have ideas all the time, and I have I have a journal, I have 10 or 12 of these. I love this journal. It's my favorite. And I'm not much for a sketchbook, but there's tons of notes, and I journal all the time with different ideas for my work, for the business, for self-care, for all of that. So it helps me get the ideas down. Stream of consciousness writing and journaling for an artist is extremely important. Let go of guilt. I think that's kind of stands for itself, but we have a hard time with guilt and shame, so try and let go of those. Learn to say no. Oftentimes we want to do so much, but it is okay to say no. It's okay if you're busy. It's okay if you don't have time to take work. It's, whatever it is, learn to say no. And also learn to say yes, for different things. You never know what it's going to be, but oftentimes we're afraid to say yes. So learn to say yes also. I said follow directions goes along with be easy to work with. I can't stress this enough. If you apply for a call for art, for a grant, for a residency, they have specific instructions for a reason. And most of the time the galleries won't really work with you if you don't follow their instructions. So whatever it is, be sure and read. Oftentimes and I do it too. We have a hard time with, or I have a hard time with, I skim through things and then I miss things and then I turn things in and it's like, oh my God, I forgot to do that. Or, slow down. I need to actually add that to my list. Slow down, but follow directions. One of the most important things, and be easy to work with. Galleries, curators, they will love you if you're easy to work with. If your work is ready to hang, it has like the wiring and the D-rings on the back, or, cleats or whatever it is. If it's easy to hang, if all the paperwork's filled out, if your contract is filled out, or whatever it is, be easy to work with. And don't be afraid to ask. Another good one, oftentimes we're afraid of rejection, but the answer will always be no if you don't ask. So don't be afraid to ask. Be curious, not critical. I actually love that phrase. I got it from my eating disorder therapist. So it's perfect. Be curious, all the time, not critical. Kind of stands for self too. Get in the studio and work. One of the most important things, what is our art career if we don't make the work? You should be in that studio, at least, well, I don't want to give you a time because everybody's different, but, you should be making new work as much as you can. It is so important to be prolific in the studio, and continue creating, because gallerists and curators, they may be watching you and they want to see that you're, putting out new work and that you're progressive in your ideas and your work, and it's so be sure to continue working. Let's see, enjoy the journey. That's kind of said. Just enjoy it. We're artists. We're it's a great life being an artist, so enjoy the journey. Mistakes are valid. Again, that goes along with perfection. It's okay to make mistakes. Sometimes they turn into happy accidents, so you never know. Mistakes are valid. Let's see. I said journal, sketch, make lists. I always I have tons of, notepads with lists and, to-do lists and, lists of things I want and lists of, art activities I want to do and shows to go to and, projects to work on. And, they're sitting here and eventually they will happen, but, it's good to write things down and make sure you have them. Share resources and tools. I can't stress this enough. We are a community of artists. We have to support each other. We need to help, share resources and tools with your peers. Share them on social media. If you find a good printer or, a good framer, or if if there's another artist that you like, or if there's, a business of art course that you like, or, whatever it is, if there's a workshop that you did that you really like, share it, share those resources. If there's articles about art that you enjoyed, share those on social media. But sharing is what community is all about, and that's how we all help each other grow. So, patience and perseverance, two, major things that I talk about a lot when I do workshops. Be patient. As artists, we're in it for the long haul. We're so used to things happening instantaneously and, so fast, but the art career is long. Our art career is long. Everything we're doing now is like a stepping stone to the future. So keep that in mind, patience and perseverance. Keep going. Keep getting in the studio and working. I know during COVID, sometimes it's hard, but we have our studios. We're used to that. If you can't get to your studio, clear off your kitchen table, clear off your counter, do work there. I used to, use my coffee table and sit in front of the TV and paint or draw or, whatever it is. Use whatever you have at home to create work. I know a lot of artists doing this right now. So, but keep going and keep sharing on social media. We want to see what you're doing, and it shows gallerists and curators, and, if you get on Instagram and use hashtags and, and post, once or twice a week, or even more. If you can post daily and do stories, that's even better. Post the work that you're doing, share other artists, things like that. But patience and perseverance. Have meaningful experiences. This kind of goes along with enjoy the journey. As artists, like, we look at the world differently. It's beautiful. It's, there's so much to see out there. And so, enjoy those experiences and create those meaningful experiences, not just in art, but in life, because that's where our inspiration comes from. Practice and play every day. This goes along to getting in the studio and working, but, we're not just good artists right away. We have to practice every single day until the end of our lives. And then we're never, I don't want to say perfect, because we'll never be perfect. But, we practice to be the best that we can be for ourselves. And so practice and play, and it is about playing. Just experiment and have fun. But practice and play in whatever you can, whatever way, every day. I always say generosity begets generosity. And this goes along with sharing resources, sharing your artist or sharing, artist friends' work, sharing, whatever you can. There's, especially during the holidays, if your friend has a store where they're selling products and, or gifts or things like that, share it. We want to support small businesses, so do what you can. But, and this goes for galleries, this goes for curators, this goes for anybody. If you're generous, if you support somebody, somehow it'll be returned to you. So remember that generosity begets generosity. And the last thing on my list, community, collaboration, and conviction. 3 C's that are integral to Shoebox, to my own life, to my own art career. Community, I don't know. I don't think I could be an artist if I didn't have a community of, my peers, of my team, of artists that we work with, of, my friends, of, the galleries and the museums that, especially in LA, I consider myself very lucky to be here, but it's an amazing community that, that I love being part of. A collaboration, again, another way to expand your art practice, to expand your resources and tools, to meet new artists, to build a bigger community. That's what collaboration's about. And then conviction, we are all passionate, about our careers. That's why we're here. We want to move our careers forward. We want to continue making art for, in whatever path that is. We all have different goals. We all have a different path. But as long as we, keep our convictions, keep our passion, we, I don't know, we'll go far. Things will happen. So that is kind of how I live my life, how I live my art life. That's kind of my manifesto. So thank you so much for listening. Again, go to shoeboxpr.com. You can see our menu of services. We work with artists through our management company. So we work with artists where we meet monthly. We meet every 2 months. We have consultations. I do artist meetups with my artists every 2 weeks since the pandemic started, because I want to make sure that they have the support that they need. We also invite curators, gallerists, and writers to speak with our artists. You're welcome. We had Sean Meredith from Track 16, Shane and East Stambroth, the art critic. We had Galia Lynn from Blue Roof Studios, who's an amazing artist, Kim Abele, Samantha Fields, Sharon Loudon, who wrote the Building and Sustaining a Creative Life. If you don't have that book, you need to get it. As an artist, you need to get it. It's amazing. And also artist as curator, as cultural producer. Upcoming, we have Mike Collins from Shoebox. So, we've expanded our services since the pandemic, because I know that artists need, help. They need the support, and they need, we need to keep working. So, again, on our website, you can find our free peer mentorship program, where I pair you up with another artist. And also under the blog is our open call for round 10 of call and response. So, cool. Good to see you guys. I feel like I needed to check in with everybody, and good things are happening. So it's the end of the year. It's a good time for house cleaning. And, you know, the new year is starting. 2021 is going to be so much better than 2020. I can feel it. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day. And I look forward to seeing you weekly. So I'm going to do this every week. Email me, message us if you have any questions that I can answer. And I'd be happy to answer. I'm still trying to figure out a name. I thought about Ask Kristine, but I'm not sure about that. So if you have a suggestion for a name, send it to me also. I'm totally open to that. So I hope you guys all have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.